Right, ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome back.
it is Friday. It's the
And you know what
weekend.
that means. A new rendition of the Travis and Jon show.
Yes, sir. We are back. A lot to unpack in this week's episode. I feel like this last 7 or 6 days, should I say, has been very productive for us here at the Travis and Jon show.
Very eventful.
Yes, a lot of things that we want to talk about outside of sports tonight, just to do with the show, and a lot of things we want to keep you guys updated on.
Yeah.
But I do, real quick, before we do get into the flow of things, I know we weren't live yesterday, but I do want to give a quick shout out to the GOAT. Rest in peace, the Mamba, baby.
Yes.
Got him here behind us.
Statue unveiling.
Repping my Legend 24 Kobe Bryant jersey. But I just had to give a quick shout out to my man before we got started.
Had to. First of 3 statues outside of the house that Mamba built unveiled last night. One will be with Gianna, so that one will be exciting to see.
That one's going to be... It makes me tear up just talking about it, man.
Yeah, that one's going to be sad, exciting. It's emotional to see.
Yeah, no, very much so. Kobe Bryant's the GOAT, man. Always will be. But with that being said, I guess we'll kick off the show per usual. We'll kind of, if you want to, like we did last week, we'll get into the more giveaway info and more of the serious talk after we do our rendition here of the Travis and Jon show live parlay build.
Yeah.
Now, the reason being for the parlay build right now is, as we've said every single week, the MLB is in a very dull state. Not much we can do or talk about with them right now.
Yeah, still waiting for spring training and the season to kick off.
Absolutely.
Reds fans, if anybody's tuned in, you have probably noticed the Jonathan India news. We have re-upped him on a 2-year deal to avoid arbitration.
Absolutely.
That trade could still be in the works, but...
And as you kind of mentioned before we even went live, it could be, a move to make Jonathan India more wanted.
Exactly. More enticing, a longer deal for people to pick up.
So we'll keep an eye on the Jonathan India news, but we're hoping for something big for the Reds here in the coming weeks before we get into spring training. But there is a 6-game slate tonight on the NBA. Not a bad slate. A couple good teams, a couple bad teams. Money line's not looking terrible, but I think today what we're going to do is, I think we've done it before, but we're going to do a single pick from each game, stat-wise, and make a 6-leg parlay.
Yeah.
So, first game on the slate of the night is the Atlanta Hawks and Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, a lot of the money lines tonight are evenly matched, besides like 2. And that one's not, the Sixers and Hawks is out down the drain. Because they
don't have nothing on here for prop-wise. All right, so we'll keep that one on the back burner for a second.
That leads us into Rockets-Raptors.
Absolutely. Now, this is a very interesting game. What's predicted to be a very close game, a game I could see the Rockets winning, being underdogs.
Yes.
But we've seen the Raptors' struggles as of late, especially with these trade deadline moves, moving Dennis Schroeder and whoever else they moved, got Spencer Dinwiddie and waived him. So a lot of things have changed for the Raptors. But I do want to mention, while we're looking at these, it is Jalen Green's birthday.
I was about to say, he had 20 points. It's crazy.
Beautiful. I think this is definitely a night.
I believe he just dropped like 28, 30 on the Pacers.
Yeah, and I think I seen a stat where in his last or in 8 of his last 10 games, he's had over 6 first quarter points. Coming out hot, starting hot, and what better night to do it than on your birthday? His last 5 games, he's had 30, and then he had 8, 14, but then he had 31 and 34. So he's a guy that can put up 20 points if he really wants to. Always a question mark with Houston, though. I mean, they have one of the most well-rounded teams in the league, so there's not a predominant scorer in their offense. They kind of take turns. So, did you like Jalen for 20?
I do. That's what I was going to point out first.
Okay, I like that. And I like, especially with this being only a 6-legger, we kind of got to take more riskier options and not so much it's happened every single game this season.
Exactly.
So, Rockets, Raptors, we're going to do Jalen Green 20-plus points, all points that is. Moves us to the Wizards and Celtics. Now, this is a game that's probably not going to be as close as many games this season. The Celtics are a huge favorite in this one. I mean, with good reason. Jason Tatum for 25. Doesn't look terrible. What's he been doing at the late?
Porzingis for 15 isn't terrible odds.
Ooh, I like that. Kristaps, the unicorn. He's had 31, 26, 17, 17, and 19 in the last five.
That's all I'm saying.
Minus 370 is not terrible.
He's minus 300 for 6 boards.
6 boards? He's had 3, 8, 7, 12, and 4 in his last five. He's definitely risky for boards.
It just depends if he wants to score.
Yeah. He's 7'2". He should grab boards, but
Drew Holiday, 4 assists, 310.
Drew Holiday. He'd be dishing it like that. He averages 4.6 on the season. At 4.7, 4.24. Doesn't look completely awful. I like the Kristaps though. I don't even. Kristaps for 20 is my 110.
Shoot.
Doesn't look horrendous. Kuzma for 20. But I feel like every time I bet on Kuzma, he just kind of sells me.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
He might be on the no bet list for real.
Gotta be.
Yeah. So let's go back to the Celtics. So what are you thinking?
I like Kristaps.
15?
For 15.
Let's run it.
20 is definitely risky just because with the Celtics,
yeah,
they have 4 dudes that can go for 30.
That is factual.
And you don't know if it's going to be Kristaps. So
it's very factual. Moves us to the Hornets and Bucks. Another very lopsided game when it comes to spreads and money lines. But that's why we bet props in games like this.
Exactly.
The props can also be very scary because this is a game that can very well be a blowout, and we don't even see the starters for their normal minutes. Which, when it comes to betting, is
I don't have Brook Lopez at 12 points. 12 and a half.
Lopez, I mean, for 10 plus, he's minus 280.
Well, I'll say, what's the 10? Yeah.
Big Brook.
I believe he also had almost, or 28, 18, something on the Pacers. He's been doing pretty
He's had 12, 19, 19, 24, 11. So he's hit that 10 in every game. Then he had 8. He's only, I mean, he's missed it once in his last 15. That was a game he had 8. Only shot 7 shots.
That, could play decent minutes regardless of Giannis and Dame taking some rest.
I like Brook for 10. It's a good find.
That puts us on Nuggets and Kings.
Oh my God, I don't even want to bet on the Nuggets after last night. This is a team that's starting to grow a very fierce rivalry with the Los Angeles Lakers. You think we should look Nuggets or Kings?
I was trying to find Sabonis, but they got him juiced tonight.
Because Sabonis has been hooping.
Yeah.
15 plus is minus 410. That's not great.
Not the worst I've ever seen. 19 and a half.
I feel like he's been putting up 20 on a very consistent basis. Let me see here. Let me double check. Maybe not so much as I thought. His rebound numbers are nice, though. Or what would even a rebound and assist combo? I feel like combos on guys like this are always not the worst options.
21 and a half.
That's not bad at all. I honestly don't hate that at all. Look at his recent games. He had 12 and 7 of them last night, so he only had 19. But before that, he had 19 and 15, 14 and 10, 17 and 13, 26 and 5. He puts up very big numbers on the stat sheet. His scoring's always very risky. He has his nights where he looks dominant, but then he goes back to 12 points a night. Does he have an all line? Maybe he's a little better.
Over 18 and a half rebounds and assists. Minus 350.
Where's that at? Rebounds, assists. There it is. Over 18, yeah. What was his line? 20. I don't even hate minus or over 19 and a half. I feel like 10 and 10 for him is good for any given night.
I'll have to snag that.
That's right.
19 and a half points and rebounds for Sabonis. Points and rebounds and assists.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry. Yeah, rebounds and assists.
That wouldn't be a bad line either, but those odds would probably be a lot lower because points come very more often than assists.
They know.
Lakers Pels. Another game.
Lakers looking for redemption. Pelicans been looking strong this season.
Both AD and LeBron for 20 is at minus 360 apiece. Those aren't horrendous. I feel like 20 for one of them has to happen, or we just get blown out.
LeBron for 6 assists is minus 360 again too.
That was one.
6 rebounds is minus 270.
That's not bad. He had a lot last night. He's also hit 20 in almost every game this season.
I don't hate a LeBron 20 because, I mean, it's almost a shock when he doesn't drop 20.
That's
LeBron James.
So do we rock minus 360 for a LeBron 20 points is...
I don't hate that at all. So we snag it while it's there.
Let's get it, and then we got to hope Raptors, or not Raptors, Hawks, Sixers to back up. I had to reload in the FanDuel. All right, minus 360. Hawks, Sixers.
They got some.
We're after
Buddy Hield's on the line.
Very slim pickings.
That's sad to see.
His 10 plus points is minus 950. Why is he so juiced?
They have him for like 16.5 tonight. I wouldn't even hate his under.
For what reason?
Just because Embiid's out, they expect him to be the new number one.
Number one's crazy. Tyrese Maxey is their number one.
They're acting like he'll be a big deal.
I can't even look at his recent games on the Sixers because he hasn't played a single game for the Sixers.
Nope.
Where are the Pacers?
The Pacers, it's like 9, 8, 6.
We're about to double check it.
10.
16.5 is high for Buddy, especially in his first game. Like, I get they expect him.
Well, he's the lowest. Well, there's only 3 players, but they have him for first basket, too.
He's hit, what was his line? 16.5?
Yes.
Oh my good God. He's hit over 16.5 like a handful of times this season.
Exactly. I mean, if they just...
Unders are
Maxey,
scary.
I think, is questionable. Maxey is out. That's why.
So maybe he doesn't go under 16.
That's why.
That's interesting.
Yes, Tyrese Maxey is out tonight.
I just don't want... Every time I've bet on Buddy Hield this season, he sold me. His threes are at 3.5. Like, I get he's good, but, like, that's insane.
I'd say we take his under for threes. I don't hate that at all.
Under 3.5 threes?
I don't hate that.
You wanna prey on his downfall tonight?
I don't hate it because, I mean, he just left the Pacers.
Oh, someone got...
Brooke Lopez got suspended. But, I mean, I don't...
I don't hate.
I could see him hitting 2, but, I mean, I just don't know.
His lines are just 3. Everywhere on his threes.
I just don't know why they're randomly expecting him to be...
Because he's gonna...
essentially be the number one?
Yeah, without Maxey and Embiid, obviously Tobias Harris will probably take the most shots, but outside of Tobias,
Buddy Hield for over 2.5 assists.
I wish Tobias was on here because I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, that's why they have 3 players.
Because he's usually...
How are you going to put Buddy Hield, DeAndre
Hunter, the first game of the night. It's at 7:10. It's 6:30.
Yeah, and Campaign, and I'm pretty sure was just acquired.
Well,
the trade with Pat Beverly.
The parlay's back up for Brooke.
They just moved his odds again for 15.
They got better. Or wait, for who?
Buddy Hield, minus 155.
So what's his 10 plus now?
Minus 850.
So it dropped a little bit. It was minus 950.
Yeah, what's his point still? 15.5 now. 16.5. They just changed it. His threes is still at 3. I don't
know. There's not many options. This game's
very dull. See Campaign hitting 3 threes? His line's at 2.5.
Yeah, it's plus 106, so they don't even think he's going to hit
exactly.
3 threes. So why would we? What do you mean?
I was saying,
you think he's going to under 2.5?
And then he randomly snaps. I just don't know because they have nobody on the
starting
floor.
Point guard.
Yeah,
essentially with Maxey out.
Him and Buddy Hield are new.
There's literally 3 players that we can bet on.
Hold on. Buddy Hield for under 20 is minus 350.
You think he doesn't score 20? I don't hate that. You think he stays under 20?
I can see him staying under 20.
All right. We can put that. Is that what you want to rock with? Under 20.5?
Under 20.5 for 350.
Brings us to plus 590.
He has the greatest game of his career.
That's what I'm afraid of.
On his first night in Philly.
That's what I'm afraid of. I'm really scared he just comes out of nowhere tonight. But I also don't want to bet his over because
exactly
he has never this season.
I mean, our riskiest bet odd-wise.
I just don't want to bet on Buddy Hield. I really don't.
What do you want to bet on? Campaign or
but
DeAndre Hunter?
That's what I'm saying. There's nobody else.
You have Campaign, DeAndre Hunter, and Buddy Hield in the slate. So you choose.
This is very rough.
I can see an under. The line's at 244. I can definitely see an under right now.
An under total points?
Yeah.
I don't hate that.
244, I think, is
That's crazy. The highest of the night. And they have no one playing tonight. I mean, Trae Young, but
Exactly.
Do we take an under on the total and just call it a day?
I don't hate that at all.
I honestly don't either. 244 is a lot. That's 120 apiece, essentially.
I think it's just because the Hawks have been one of the fastest-paced teams in the league.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure with Joel Embiid out, the Sixers average 95 points.
Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I like that a lot. That brings us to plus 926.
So nobody Hield line?
No.
Just in case he randomly pops off for the highest game of his career.
It's going to be like a 155, 147 double OT game tonight.
And Buddy goes for 50.
Yeah. And we took the under.
Exactly.
All right, well, I think that wraps up the 6-leg parlay. Marshall. You pops.
Hey. Speaking of TJ McConnell, the greatest point guard to ever grace a basketball court in the NBA.
Too bad the Pacers ain't playing.
Yeah, the Pacers are playing tonight. I had TJ for 50 plus.
All right, I'm placing that. I'm just going to let you know, and then we can talk about it. I just want to lock this in. All right, it is locked in. That's a nice look at her.
I like it.
Plus 926. We have Jalen Green for 20 plus points. Kristaps for 15 plus points. Brook Lopez for 10 plus points. Sabonis over 19.5 rebounds and assists. LeBron 20 plus points. And under 244 for the Atlanta Hawks, Philadelphia 76ers.
Yes, sir.
I think it looks good. That's not a bad look in there. Comes out to plus 926 on a 6-leg. You guys we always want to,
That's right. Big 6.
Hey, TJ is a dog, though.
TJ for MVP?
Maybe you
get the word out there.
Maybe Marshall could win the giveaway tickets to go see TJ McConnell play. Whoa, crazy. What are the odds of that? Speaking of the giveaway,
if you would like to go see the Pacers or TJ McConnell play
against the Detroit Pistons, Cade Cunningham and company on
February 22nd. Thursday.
Absolutely.
At 7 p.m.
Yep, early game in Gamebridge Fieldhouse. We have the post on the page, and then we want to spill the beans.
Yes, we'll probably go ahead and make another post for anybody that hasn't had a chance to see tomorrow. But we are now teamed up with freelancesportscasting.com.
Wow, just right. You just put it out there. Put it out there, yeah.
Absolutely.
No drum roll or nothing. Just give it to them.
But you can go find our post, because it is pinned on our page at the top. And you can follow the Travis and Jon Show, like the post, share the post, or enter at freelancesportscasting.com/podcast. And right under our little logo will be entered for tickets.
Now, the website does not only offer your spot for the giveaway entry. The website is the new home for the Travis and Jon Show.
Yes. The website has all previous episodes, and all episodes will be uploaded, obviously, there, along with Spotify and all your other little audio resources.
We made a post a few days ago. We are also now available on iHeartRadio and Apple Podcast. Just, improving, doing our best day by day.
Making it more accessible, more people joining the family week by week. Joining the fun.
I mean, it's been a blast, and this last 6-7 days has really been emotional.
Yeah.
I guess, for the most part, for for us here at the Travis and Jon Show. But we're loving every second.
It's been a lot of growth and a lot of people we've met along the way really quickly. And I mean,
Absolutely.
People that have helped us, people that haven't helped us so much, and it's all been part of the process. But what makes it all the better.
Absolutely. So please go give our website a check. Watch any old episodes you guys might have missed, and please go enter the give. You don't want to miss out on free tickets to a Pacers game.
Two tickets, the Pacers versus Pistons, February 22nd, Thursday at 7 p.m. Go to our Facebook page. It's pinned. Go sign up. Go to freelancesportscasting.com/podcast. We will have a post about that tomorrow, so you know where to get that. It's also at the bottom of the Pacers-Pistons ticket post.
Absolutely. So plenty of places for you guys to find it. You don't want to miss out on this. But just before we close this out, just another big thank you to everyone that supports us out there. We appreciate you guys. It means more than you'll ever know. But with the sappy, emotional stuff out of the way, let's get back to daily scheduling. It's NFL talk time.
Well said. Puts us in line for Super Bowl discussion.
That was a weak drum roll.
Well, I have
to say that.
I need drumsticks.
Yeah, we ain't got them. That's something I have to invest in.
Smashing on the table just for an intro. That'd be crazy.
But it's Super Bowl time. Now, I know we kind of discussed predictions last week. Not much has really changed during this week. We're kind of just waiting on the bowl at this point. But
some media day talk.
Yeah.
And now the NFL awards last night.
Now, that's something we'll have to react to. But I'm hyped for the Super Bowl, man. I'm super excited. We're 2 days away. I know.
Biggest game of the year.
Yeah.
It's all about.
Mahomes, Brock Purdy, Chiefs, 49ers, Taylor Swift. Hate to say it. Travis Kelce. It's going to be a banger of a bowl, man. I know we've kind of dogged on it a little bit.
Yeah. Halftime show.
Reba McEntire singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough.
Fire.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Chris Stapleton doing the other. He's doing one of them.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a lit Super Bowl. You're obviously going to want to tune in. You don't want to miss a game like that. Whether it's scripted or not, it's going to be fun to watch.
Exactly.
But some awards last night, man. Kind of, for the most part, went the way we kind of all expected. But nonetheless, it was still good, I guess.
TJ Watt was
robbed. Biggest robbery of the night. Yeah. He led Myles Garrett in every statistical category possible.
Yeah.
He tied the record for most sacks in a season. I know it was last year, but I mean, TJ Watt has been the most dominant pass rusher in football since he's walked into the
shout
league.
out to all the fans last night. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But I had over 40 plus likes on just a random NFL post that I commented on saying that TJ was robbed. Everybody knows.
Yeah, and he definitely was. I mean, don't get me wrong. Myles Garrett is good.
Absolutely.
Myles Garrett is a dog. I mean, he's a force. He's the leader of one of the best defenses in football. But at the same time, man, you got to look at the Steelers. And when it comes to TJ Watt, he is not only that defense, but the team. Yeah, the face of the franchise. I mean, when TJ Watt plays, the Steelers are successful. Without TJ Watt, they struggle big time. Exactly. That defense gets moved on.
Myles Garrett isn't even the best defensive player in the AFC North.
So I agree.
But I mean, TJ Watt gets double teamed every single play for a reason.
Yeah, and still leads the league in sacks most of the time.
The last couple of seasons he's been injured and missed multiple games.
He tied the sack record, missing 2 or 3 games last season.
Yeah,
bro. If he would have had those 2 or 3 games, he would have shattered it. I mean, he's dominant, man. He's very well deserved a depoy. I mean, Myles Garrett is just, I don't know.
He's a monster.
He is good. It's
take it away from TJ again, I don't know. Something else.
Hey, my boy, my dog,
Bryce Young.
Okay, yeah, that's where you're wrong. C.J. Stroud won Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Will Anderson won Defensive Rookie of the Year. To do what the Saints did just a few years ago, winning both Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. A very, very nice feat.
Yes.
And well-deserved for the two boys out in Houston.
House. Yeah.
The number 2 and the number 3 pick last year. One of the most surprising trades we've ever seen in the top 5 of the draft in a long time from the Texans. To trade back up, but it worked out for him.
And to have the best offensive rookie and best defensive rookie makes you feel very good about your future.
They definitely proved me wrong. I knew C.J. Stroud was going to be a dog, but I thought giving up this year's pick was going to come back to bite him.
Yeah.
But making it to the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, it's not as big of a loss as some of us expected.
Exactly.
When the trade happened. So shout out to
DeMeco Ryan looks as like a beautiful coach. So I mean,
speaking of DeMeco Ryans, was absolutely robbed of Coach of the Year. Yes. I know I've been saying Dan Campbell all season, and I think Dan Campbell was very well deserving of it. He didn't get as much credit as he deserved, but DeMeco Ryans deserved it more than Kevin Stefanski, and I don't care what anyone says.
It's just over the simple fact that they had to go through like 4 quarterbacks.
I want you to know, DeMeco Ryans led Kevin Stefanski in all of total votes, except one on first place voting, which lost him the Coach of the Year.
Wow.
He led him in second and third place votings and was one behind in first place, and the reason he lost.
Wow.
Was absolutely robbed of Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
I get Kevin Stefanski did, good things with Cleveland, but you got to think. Cleveland had one of the best defenses in all of football, and is the main reason they were in the playoffs. Exactly. Who did they lose to in wild card weekend? The Houston Texans. A team that was projected to win 3 games at the start of the season.
Yeah.
And DeMeco Ryans gave him a divisional round playoff push. And he doesn't deserve Coach of the Year?
One of the best teams in the AFC.
Come on, man. He took over that Houston franchise and gave them something to be excited about. Kevin Stefanski got bailed out by a fantastic defense in Joe Flacco, who came up off his couch to lead him to the wild card weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, DeMeco Ryans deserved it. I don't care. Kevin Stefanski definitely did. That's my take on it.
I don't hate
that. Enough of that, I guess, though. What we got left? MVP, Opoy, and comeback player of the year. Speaking of Joe Flacco. Well deserved.
Yeah.
I've said this all season. I love DeMar Hamlin. I'm not dogging on the dude. He was through a lot. What happened on the field is what happened on the field. But if you want to be comeback player of the year, you have to play some snaps. You played 4 defensive snaps all season in a fake punt in the playoffs. And you think you deserved comeback player of the year? Now, if you come back and play a full season next season, I think you should deserve it. But Joe Flacco came back off his living room couch and led the Cleveland Browns to the playoffs.
He was looking up old Raven highlights to show his kids who he was.
That's what I'm saying. And then he was able to go show them who he was.
Yeah.
He showed his Baltimore Ravens version in those 8 games he played with Cleveland. He was great, and he was very well deserving. I'm glad he won it, personally.
Yeah. I'm glad the Offensive Player of the Year won. That was very well deserved.
Absolutely, especially even missing Week 18, obviously, but due to resting for the playoffs. Tyreek Hill missed a game as well, but C-Mac was definitely very well deserving of Opoy. I think, personally, we haven't got into MVP talk yet, but it's an argument to be made that C-Mac was the most valuable player in all of football.
Absolutely.
But Opoy, yes, 100%.
The argument definitely should be made because the MVP went to somebody who was 15th in passing yards. And, his highest stat was his ERA. Or not ERA, I'm over here thinking MLB, but his QBR.
QBR.
But I think he was 7th in the NFL maybe for QBR. But, yeah, he had some rushing yards. I don't know, though. It was the storyline for me.
Yeah. I think the Ravens were supposed to make it to the Super Bowl if the NFL really wanted to run things the right way.
Yeah.
But
they didn't expect Taylor Swift to produce them $300+ million within 4 or 5 weeks.
They would have been the most worst idea in company history if they would have let the Ravens win that game. It's just they're going to make so much money off this Super Bowl. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But before we get into a rant,
every person that's 11 years and older knows who Taylor Swift is going to be tuning in, watching halftime, the commercials.
Yep.
I mean, the people that already tune in just to see the commercials, let alone everything else.
To see Taylor Swift. I mean, you're going to have people watching that don't even know football.
Yeah.
Just because Taylor Swift is the main attraction.
I mean, you've had, at least probably 20, 25 new fans each week because Taylor Swift may be shown on TV for 5 seconds.
I literally said a few weeks ago it's going to be the most grossing Super Bowl in NFL history.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said weeks before the Chiefs and Niners actually made it here that if Taylor Swift made it this far, the storyline was looking real suspicious.
Yeah.
Looking real scripted.
I mean,
we could write this.
Business. Yeah,
we could have wrote this.
To do. Yeah.
I mean, it's scary.
Yeah. But with that rant, Lamar Jackson won your MVP.
Yeah.
Before we, just beat around the bush on that one. I don't know. I think he was good. He definitely probably was maybe his second best season behind his first MVP. Obviously, that was a great season. But I don't think I don't know. It's hard to argue it because it was just such a down year for quarterbacks in general. There wasn't anybody that just.
I just feel like they would have got more hate putting CMC there because his whole team on paper is who it is.
I get that, but CMC was miles ahead of every single one of them. I mean, you're proving the point further. With as many good players as the 49ers have, and CMC to still be the best player on that team.
And football.
Yeah.
Best player in football.
That's what I'm saying. He was very much so the most valuable player in football for his team. If that's what the award is, should have went to CMC. That's what I'm saying. He was so dominant, dude. He just 2, 3, 4 touchdowns every single game, 200 plus scrimmage yards.
Yeah, as much as I want to, diss awards each season, whatever. This season, I just really don't know about the MVP.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, I guess good job, Lamar.
But
you didn't.
They just handed it off to somebody.
Yeah, Dak's second place somehow was kind of crazy too. I mean, he had a good season, but I feel like Dak, most of his stats came from garbage time. I mean, they were dropping 45 points on a lot of teams to begin the season, and it was just stat
Their first 4
crazy.
or 5 games were teams last season that won 2, 3 games.
Yeah.
So
I feel like
led the league in offensive points per game for a reason.
Now, I don't know this, but I do have some kind of suspicion that the playoffs have a little bit to do with MVP voting if those guys are still alive in the race. And especially with how the Cowboys went out, I don't think Dak deserved it all.
That's how they've gone out the past 4 or 5 seasons.
I mean, he lost to Jordan Love. I get the Packers were okay. They took the 49ers to the distance.
But when you're averaging 35-plus points a game and you go lose to Jordan Love
he didn't just lose.
Green Bay Packers,
they got rocked. I mean, they were down 4 touchdowns at halftime.
Like they weren't dropping 35 points a game all 17, 18
they
games
got
before.
Done to them what they were doing to teams to begin the season.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a taste of their own medicine, and Dak didn't take it too well.
Dak was a lot of his stats on paper because he was what, like second in the league for passing yards?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
it was just the garbage time.
But if you go look at Jared Goff's stats, I think he's 150 yards behind Dak with 3 less touchdowns and maybe 1 more pick, and you don't see him anywhere in the top 10 for MVP voting. So it's like, I don't know. It was weird. Dak or Lamar didn't deserve it. It should have went to CMC. That's what I'm saying. But it should be a great Super Bowl, man.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Whether there's 13 points scored or there's 56.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Oh, 100%. I'm definitely going to be tuned in. We're definitely doing some kind of party or something. Get together
Absolutely.
It's going to be a blast, bro. I'm excited. But unfortunately, no football last weekend, so there's no fantasy football draft this week, and there will no longer be fantasy football drafts until the beginning of next season.
A recap after the Super Bowl, but our NFL offseason slate next week will be a real fun film.
But all I'm going to say is the NFL offseason is going to be a blast. Draft, free agency,
we're going crazy.
Oh my God, this draft is going to be a blast to predict.
There's so many website for the fans to access as well.
Yes,
we'll be able to post all of our mock drafts.
Yes,
all of our insight into each player. I mean, we'll have a lot to be able to break down.
Don't think football is going anywhere because if I'm being honest, we might be more into it in the off season than we are during the season. So it's going to be fun.
Because not only do we look at each team in the offseason, we look at their needs. Every 250 eligible draft players.
We've done this for years. I mean, even before this podcast, we would sit down and do all this every single year. And have our predictions.
I remember in school we'd take pictures of our laptops making mock drafts.
SRT, Do you remember the mock draft? I'm glad you said that. I predicted the Denver Broncos trading up to the 26th pick to select Paxton Lynch.
Yes.
And I predicted that to a T, and that's a moment I'll never forget.
Because your brother's favorite team and all that.
It didn't happen. But
to predict a trade up in his own, I mean, to predict a pick in his own is one thing, but a trade up
Yeah,
I mean, that's predicting something to a T.
it was cool. It was interesting. But that's why I'm just so excited for this offseason. It's gonna be so much fun. Um, I guess that about wraps up football because nothing else to do. I just
not over to
miss the
really
fantasy
recap
football. Yeah,
until we get to the Super Bowl. Stay tuned in to all our socials. We'll probably do something for the Super Bowl. If not, we'll have a post, just a little discussion, something. Will be done because it's the big game.
absolutely. But that brings us to NBA Deal or No Deal. Now, before we get into Deal or No Deal, we can cover the trade deadline if you'd like.
Yes, we might as well do a little trade deadline recap before we get into our
Now,
Deal or No Deal fantasy.
I wish there was a reason to be excited, but there's not.
No, this was a very, very stale NBA deadline.
Very.
The biggest trade was a 6-man being moved.
Yeah.
Some dudes being every trade that was made, besides probably one or two, them dudes were eventually cut.
Yeah.
So,
Or waived, yeah, going to new teams. I mean, one of the bigger ones was the Mavericks trading for P.J. Washington. I guess that was a decent pickup.
I was about to say that's on our little preview
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure, I mean, name-wise, the
Yeah.
biggest you could put up there.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Pat Bev, when it comes to name, he was traded.
Who also beat
to the-
Shams and Woj on announcing his own trade on Twitter. I thought that was pretty hilarious.
Yeah, and then he told Cameron Payne to pass his physical because
Yeah,
he was
so
trying
he
to
could
play.
Yeah, who he's actually traded for
Yeah.
to Philadelphia. Or
So,
Cameron Payne to Philadelphia.
Yes. Cameron Payne went to Philadelphia and
Pat Bev to Milwaukee.
Pat Bev to Milwaukee. It's funny because last season or 2 seasons ago, Dame and Pat Bev got into a fight. And,
Yeah.
Pat
Pat Bev always somehow ends up with people he's beefed with every single time he gets traded.
Because he beefs with everybody he plays against every 82
every
games.
person that he is jealous of. So he wishes he could be these guys, and he's just not. But other than that, I mean, the Pacers made some moves. Picked up.
We traded Buddy Hield for
Furkan
Korkmaz,
Philly,
and Marcus Morris. Then we cut both.
Yeah.
And then we traded, we cut Furkan, traded Morris for Doug McDermott, and I think someone else, and then waived the other dude.
Now,
it may have been a second, I don't know, but we got Doug McBuckets.
I do want to say I'm almost positive the Knicks probably won this trade deadline. Went out and picked up Bojan Bogdanovic and Alec Burks from the Pistons. Two very, very well veterans that can help them so much with their bench scoring, which has been their biggest problem this season. So that's going to be a big pickup for the Knicks.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, in a very stale NBA trade deadline, you look back in the past and you're sitting there waiting for obviously like players like LeBron to be traded, and that's obviously almost never going to happen. But when the biggest trade you can announce is Pat Beverly, not very exciting.
Not at all. Lakers didn't make no moves, unfortunately. Wishing we would have.
Warriors surprisingly didn't make any moves still.
Yeah.
So
I think that's pretty much the trade deadline. I mean, there's not much else other than some
Dennis Schroeder,
9th and 10th man players get moved.
Exactly. It was all random dudes that barely play a few minutes getting moved for other dudes that barely play a few minutes.
Raptors moved Schroeder and somebody
else.
Thad Young, in a first round pick for 2 players that they waived. I'm almost positive.
That's what I'm saying. And then the Pacers,
it was for Dinwiddie, but they waived. Yeah,
the Pacers traded for Morris and Korkmaz, cut Korkmaz, and then traded Morris for McDermott.
Yeah, so very dull. Not very exciting. One of the worst trade deadlines in the last few years. No one.
Yeah, we traded possibly our 6th, 7th man after how he's been playing for a 9th, 10th man. So.
Yeah. So I guess that wraps up the trade deadline. Which brings us in to NBA Deal or No Deal. Now, you guys are veteran watchers here at the Travis and Jon Show. You do know
very well
at this point
to our routine.
Yeah. So for those of you that do know, then for those of you that don't, we do have to take a short intermission. Just a few minutes. We're going to set up the board behind us.
Little envelopes.
Yep, for Deal or No Deal. And we will be right back when it's ready. And we will play some Deal or No Deal and give you guys a recap of last week's outcome.
So 30-second to minute intermission, and we'll be right back with the first rendition of Deal or No Deal.
So thank you guys for watching. Please stay tuned. We hope you guys are enjoying.
Ladies and gents,
Welcome back
to Travis's rendition of Deal or No Deal.
Sorry for that little intermission there to get things set up and make sure everything was good to go. Charlie McNally, what's going on, my man? It's good, my man. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope
Quick
you guys.
shout out.
Yeah. What's going on, buddy? Hope you have a good weekend, my man. But we are here with Deal or No Deal. Before we get started with this week's edition, we do want to give you guys a quick recap of what happened last week.
If you weren't,
let me pull out the.
Don't know how our players we ended up did or who we ended up with.
Let me find the pages in here. All right. 2-2 NBA Deal or No Deal was last week. Sorry.
February 2nd.
All right. So, I'm not going to show you these because I have who won. So, John ended up with Jalen Brunson. It was actually a very good pick.
Yeah.
Now, Jalen Brunson had a good week. But the only downfall,
Played 2 games.
He played 2 games. He didn't play last night.
How'd I know?
The Knicks didn't play any of their starters last night, actually.
How did I know?
So, but in the 2 games that he did play, he had 55 in each game, which is very good for fantasy. Got him 110 points.
2 games.
It's going good, though, man. I mean, it's Friday. I'm excited. It's the weekend, kicking off the weekend with the best night of the week, Friday night for the show. So, once again, appreciate you for tuning in, though, my man. Now, I ended with James Harden, who I thought was the worst pick. Because obviously he was the bottom of the list last week. Now,
you were very upset. Pretty sure you threw the notebook.
I did. And I regret it. James Harden played all 3 games, which is already an advantage.
Yeah.
He had 42 in one game, 55 in one game. And in his third game, he had 72.
Oh, my God.
For a total of 169.
It's funny because we joked, and I was like, oh, he'll go and get you 10 assists. And you're like, yeah, I'll have 5 points. Ain't going to give me no fantasy points.
And I think I mentioned the other night when the Clippers lost to whoever they played, James Harden was their leading scorer and leading assists.
Yeah.
So that was probably a 72-point game.
Yeah. Crazy.
So your boy comes out with the dub this week. Shout out James Harden for having a good week of basketball.
Beautiful pick or a beautiful game by Travis. Coming out with a W.
It was not a beautiful game.
No,
it worked out.
No, a beautiful game because you come out with the bottom player and a W.
That is true.
That
is true. It worked out well. That's what I'm saying. But it wasn't a great game. I should have had Anthony Davis. But let's fix that this week.
Yes, great results from a iffy game.
Yeah, very much so. All right, so the top 3 this week: Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 3 of the top guys for MVP voting right now.
Absolutely.
Your middle 3, Tyrese Halliburton, Donovan Mitchell, and Trae Young. Now, no hate to Tyrese Halliburton. He's one of the best point guards, if not the best point guard in basketball. He just fantasy point-wise, he dropped to the mid-level.
Yes, he's been coming back. Minute restriction, injuries.
He's had a few rough games trying to get back on
track. Even
track.
the Pacers in general had a few rough games. Yeah. Obviously, we traded Buddy for a reason.
But we know what he's capable of.
Exactly. Injuries have held him back.
Yeah. Bottom 3, the return of Kyrie Irving, De'Aaron Fox, and Stephen Curry. Now, no hate to Stephen Curry. We love him. We love the Splash Bros. We always have. He's just not having a great year this year.
He's doing it all by himself.
Yeah. He has had a few good games, though. He had a 60-point game, then he torched the Pacers the other night. So
last night. We don't have to talk about it.
We did.
We don't have to recap that.
We had to mention it.
We don't.
We did.
No.
He almost broke. I think he ended with like 11 threes that game. So
I think he tied. Or no, he was the old record. Tied the old record.
Yeah, because Clay holds the record of 14 now.
Yeah.
Curry's has actually had it at 13 before.
Yeah, Curry had it at 13, 12, 11.
He had all
Clay had it at 10. Crazy.
Yeah. All right. So that means it's time to kick off Deal or No Deal.
Again, this is Travis's rendition. I will be the banker. Which means Travis will have to select his favorite case.
Right,
to take a long time. All games.
All right. Apologies. How to get everything set up. All right. Let's play Deal or No Deal.
So what case will be your case, Trev? You comfy?
Yeah.
I hope so.
A little bit. What case do I want to be mine? Give me number 1. I've never taken number 1. Give me number 1.
Stretch.
What do you mean? I thought you did this random. What are you trying to
I'm
tell me?
just saying we've never done one.
I think you have once, haven't you? Maybe not.
Have we?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What are you doing? That's my case.
I want to look.
Look.
I want to look.
You cheater? What are you about to do?
I'm curious.
Nah,
I want to take a peek.
You trying to cheat, dog?
I want to take a peek. Case number 1 is Travis.
Face guy, Rick. You about messed up. My boy.
I want to take a little peek.
All right.
Now, let's eliminate some cases.
Scoot back here. You won't even have to stand up.
I'm just helping
you. I'm just helping you. Number 4. I thought about taking 4, so let's just get it out of here.
All right.
Let's hope it's
Watch for my little hand jerks. God pushing me for a sign some of these times.
Back up. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Last couple times, it's been good.
That's facts.
All right. Who do you want this to be?
Who do I want it to be?
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox.
How about Tyrese Halliburton? It hurts to say as a Pacers fan, but as we mentioned, it's not a terrible loss as he's had a minute restriction, injury, etc.
Yeah, not the worst. I thought about taking 4, though. I wouldn't have hated Tyrese. I'd have a bounce back eventually.
Exactly.
I mean, case 9. Get it out of here. Get it gone.
Case 9.
Get her gone.
In case 9.
So it's not.
Good pick. Trae Young.
Okay, yeah, we'll take that. Could have been worse.
Len.
Need one of these bottom 3 now, and we'll really be cooking with some grease.
Need you to be cooking with some olive oil and
Give me case number 3.
knock out Luka.
I don't think so. It's about to be Fox right here. I said it earlier. I'm calling it now.
Calling it now?
Yep.
You're close. Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, I will take it.
One from the bottom row.
That's all I
It's
want.
a great setup.
All right, Banker.
Banker needs to pull up his little negotiator tool
Now,
here.
I'm going to tell you real quick. I was a little lenient on games this week because every single person played a different amount of games. So I will say I think like 2 or 3 people on here play like 4 games, then the rest play 3. So if you find somebody that plays 4, we'll work around it because trying to find people that played 3 games was almost impossible. Our best player would have been, I don't know, I think Donovan Mitchell.
Hey.
Like so we had to work around this week.
All right. Filter. Availability. All.
Let me see what you thinking, man.
Let me see.
I still got the top 3 on the boat. Just know
that. Trae.
Luka, Jokic, and SGA still there, my boy. I like the way it's looking.
Okay.
Let me see. I took case 1, didn't I?
Yes, you have case 1.
Okay. I'm just trying to gather my thoughts here.
Are we counting the game if they play rarely late tonight?
Well, do they only play 2 other games?
They play 3.
So then you're fine. We don't need the game tonight. No, we usually don't count Fridays. If we needed to count it, if they haven't played yet, I guess we technically could because this will be over by the time they play. But
okay. Got a nice little offer for you then. Start off with someone I think you're decently comfortable with.
Okay.
Since you've had a really good start.
Okay.
I mean, with you still having Luka, Jokic, SGA, you've had good limbs. So I have Fox, Steph down there, obviously.
Right.
But it's a dude you missed out on last week.
Okay.
AD.
You're offering him to me right now?
Yes, sir. You got a lot on the plate. This is when it matters.
Anthony Davis right off the rip? Now, I just want to say, last time I ended with the top 3 and declined the offer, I ripped off the top 2 the next round. I just want to say that.
Last week.
Yeah, so, I think it was. Yeah, it was last week, actually.
Viewers, eh?
Yeah. Now, I don't hate Fox and Steph. Those guys as bottom options aren't the worst option.
Exactly.
I love Anthony Davis.
Exactly. We got a really good lineup this week.
Love this pick.
with all that on the board is when these offers come out.
I don't think in the history of Deal or No Deal, either of us have ever had a top 3 option, like from playing the game. I think we've had some offers that we've agreed on, but man, already, if you would have offered it to me like next round, that would have been ideal. This is tough.
This is what the banker's supposed to do when everything's on the line.
This pains me, and I don't want to do this. But I'm going to decline for now. I'm going to decline.
It's just the enticing part of Deal or No Deal.
He's just a guy that can have the greatest week of basketball, but he's a guy that can have the worst week of basketball. And
exactly.
Having 3 MVP candidates up there, it's rough.
Exactly.
It was a tough decision. Now, with that being said, I'm going to rip off case number 2.
All right. He's had this one in his thought.
Yeah, that's the
process.
I've been thinking about this.
All right. In case number 2. Beautiful. De'Aaron Fox.
Exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted.
A great start. Who's next?
Who's next? Who's left? Me, case number 5. I don't know how I feel about this one. This one's scaring me a little
Case
bit.
number 5 is scaring you?
I don't got a good feeling. Probably for good reason, too. You already see it?
Oh, yeah.
Just show me. Why do you do this?
Because this was an amazing pick. Eliminate Steph Curry, so you've now fully eliminated the bottom section of the game.
In all top 3 are here.
Your lowest option is Donovan Mitchell.
Banker, do what you do, brother. I'm not sure there's much you can even offer me. There's not much, yeah. This might be the greatest game of Deal or No Deal we've ever played.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Where's 1? Maybe.
You think you got 1?
Maybe.
As long as they don't play 2
3.
games. Okay, that's fine. That's perfect. As long as they don't just play 2. We're not doing 2.
I got a second little offer for you. He's doing a little better than AD right now this season.
Are you giving me LeBron?
No.
Oh.
He's got a little more on his plate.
A little better than AD.
Yeah.
And he's not up there?
No, LeBron. Doing a little better than AD. He's got a little more on his plate.
I think I might know who this is.
But with Luka, Jokic, SGA, and now Mitchell still there, that doesn't leave much. And it goes Luka, Jokic, SGA, my offer, 2 other dudes, Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, so I do know who you gave me.
Okay, so yeah, my second offer is Giannis.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Nothing else I can do. Luka, Jokic, SGA, Giannis, 80.
That's the top 5?
Yeah.
That's my shot at all of them. I really feel like if I don't take this, I'm going to mess around and end up with Donovan Mitchell. Just because that's my luck.
Chance, though, the top 3.
Now, I do love Giannis. Giannis is a stat stuffer. He's going to give me fantasy points regardless. But the Bucks have struggled.
Yeah.
The Bucks are on a 1-5 stretch, which is something they never
You never know which
Coach
of
Griffin.
Giannis or Dame may get benched.
Now, in any other game,
any
single other game of NBA Deal or No Deal, I'm smacking this deal with no question. But I'm going to say no deal.
I think you have to.
I'm going to take my shot.
The greatest game so far that we've ever had.
Luka, Jokic, and
that leaves us to 2 more.
Okay, I'm going to eliminate 6.
I mean,
one of them's got to go eventually. There's got to be somebody. Somebody's coming off the board.
Okay.
Let's just hope it's Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, maybe it's not Luka off rip, right?
Is it Mitchell?
It's Jokic. Okay. Not terrible.
Okay.
One of them had to come.
Yeah, no, I'm not even mad. I played this game so
exactly.
I knew it was coming eventually. Okay. And I'm going to keep lucky number 7. I'm going to rip case 8.
All right. Let's hope Spy doesn't hear it.
I told you if I said no deal, I was going to end up with Donovan Mitchell. This is the greatest game of Deal or No Deal of all time. But
Donovan Mitchell.
Oh my God! Luca and SGA.
I don't think I've ever been so pumped for a game of Deal or No Deal. What is going on?
I just played this game as well as you could have played it. Literally as well as you could have played it. You can argue SGA is a better option.
Now, yeah, your argument is: have you had Luca?
Did I
or have you had SGA?
Luka in case number one? I played this game totally out of my comfort zone. I've never sliked the case number one. You know, I've never had the top three available past the first round, let alone the second. I don't even know why I'm really debating this. This is a win either way. I'm not. I mean, it's Luka and SGA. I can't argue either way. I'm gonna keep one though. I'm gonna keep one. I think I pulled Luka off it.
All right.
I really think I sniped it.
I mean, John gets his little 7. This is SGA, no reaction.
I'm a beautiful, happy man as well, so I don't care either way.
John thinks he's good with no reaction.
It would be cool to get the number one player.
All right, bet.
It would be sweet. I will say that.
I don't think we've had it.
But I'm cool.
Have we ever had a number one player?
I don't think so.
I sniped Luka off the rip. Let's go. Case number one, Luka from the beginning. For the first time in NBA Deal or No Deal history in the Travis and Jon show, Travis pulled the number one player on the board.
It's my lucky jersey, bro. I'm telling you. Kobe was here. Luka Doncic, baby. The best option possible. Let's go. How you feel?
I'm intimidated. Very intimidated. I got to get SGA or Jokic to compete, essentially. So, very worried.
Sheesh.
Very worried.
That
was the best possible game, yeah.
I really thought about ripping 7-2 when I ripped 8.
Your first 2 eliminations were the middle board.
Yeah.
And then the next immediately, yeah.
were these guys. Or they were the
immediately,
next 3. Yeah. The next 3 were the bottom. And then Spida. Or no,
you don't have a top board elimination until your 6th elimination.
Because I ripped Luke or Jokic, then I ripped Spida.
So we had 2 offers until you finally eliminated.
It would have been between Luka and Spida because I really thought about eliminating 7. Then I was like, no, it's lucky number 7.
Yeah,
just keep it. Yeah. I would have had Luka either way. I think I was staying with case number 1. So, boom. Perfect game of Deal or No Deal right in front of your eyes. I got Luka. But that means it's time for John's rendition. And we're going to see if he can compete with what I just did.
Jokic, SGA, or Luka, really.
So let's hope you don't rip them off early.
Be a cliffhanger.
So you guys just give us a few seconds here. Nowhere near as long as last time. We're just going to take a break, set it up, be right back. So we hope you guys enjoyed my version of Deal or No Deal. We'll be right back with John's version. Please stay tuned. There's 3 Spida. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Puts us up to my rendition of Deal or No Deal.
Absolutely. If you guys were tuned in, you just watched me play the absolute greatest game of Deal or No Deal of all time.
To a T.
Ended with the number one pick, sniped him with the first case, Luka Doncic. Just want to put that out there. But now we'll be playing for John's guy. We'll see if he can have somewhat of the game I had and compete this week. So you need a case that's yours. Which one you want? You want 8?
I want 8.
You want this? You sure? I'll give you a chance to change it. You want 8?
I want 8.
You want 8? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. 8 is yours. Just making sure you're confident.
Yeah, it's a random, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just making sure you're confident. I have no idea.
I don't know. That felt like a secret message.
No. I would have actually harder if I did it. I think you should have took it. You can have 8. Now give me 3 that you don't.
Get 5 out of there.
You want 5 out of there? Right up the middle, huh? Shot right in the heart.
Shot to the heart. You're to blame. You give love a bad name.
Let's see if you get a bad name here. You got the worst name. Stephen Curry.
Let's go.
Yeah, you called your shot with that performance right there.
See? That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Bro spoke it into existence with his vocals. All right, give me another one. I need 2 more.
Let's keep it going. Give me number 2.
Shot right in the heart. The middle's gone. Weird.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel. I just had to finish.
It's very awkward looking. Wow. Way to bounce back.
Wow. Wow. From the
Wow.
bottom to the top.
From Steph to Luka. He's gone. So we will not have a tie this week.
No.
But
That's
you
already
do
ruled out.
still have Jokic and SGA. The game is still early. The
Exactly.
game is live. We got time. Give me another one.
Give me one.
Stand up for this one. What are you going to do if this is Jokic?
I'll probably cry. Just cry right here.
It's number 1, huh?
Cry for the next 30 minutes.
You don't think this is
And
the
I
top
just
guy?
transition us offline. Keep crying.
Could be worse. Donovan Mitchell.
All right.
Not the worst option. Right smack in the middle. D. Mitch,
Not
gone.
terrible.
Spider.
So now we got an array of eliminations here
Yeah.
for the banker to
Lovely.
sort through.
Love to see it. Great.
And with this week's slate, that should be a headache.
Let's see what we got here.
Because I had 2 offers that were right beside each other. Thank God you just played a perfect game, I guess. Because I don't know who else I would have offered.
All right, let's see.
I would have had to re-offer you one of the players on the game.
Okay, I know who I'm offering. Let's see. And I know he plays the right amount of games. Because he's the teammate to another guy on our list. I'm going to offer you DeMontis Sabonis.
Ooh.
Stat padding machine. Give you points, give you rebounds, give you assists, give you blocks.
We just bet on him earlier.
And he cashed.
Did he cash already? He didn't even
I'm
play.
speaking into an existence.
Let me find out.
And he cashed.
I'm about to go play some solo.
He cashed.
Well,
I bet on him on my DraftKings the other night for like 35 points, rebounds, and assists, and he smacked it, cashed. He puts up stats.
So I don't know if he'll put up Luka stats.
He might. Yeah.
So right now, I think I got to say no deal.
All right. We're moving on, ladies and gents. All righty. Give me 2 more then. If you want to play on, I need 2 more cases.
6.
Pay your debts, huh? This is the weirdest board I've ever seen. I don't like this arrangement.
Good, that's what I'm here for.
All right.
Get anybody with OCD a headache.
No symmetry. Let's see. Tyrese Halliburton.
It's not terrible. Hurts the morale.
It's not
a little bit.
Jokic and it's not Shea, but it's your next best.
Yeah, it hurts the morale a little bit.
A little bit. But we've mentioned he hasn't been the greatest as of late, so
And you get De'Aaron off the board.
Let's
Give me
move on.
number 3.
you think he's in 3? All right, grab that
Great.
a second. Let's hope that's not Jokic.
Behind Kobe down there.
All right, apologies. It's retrieved. Let's see who this is. Okay. It's not Fox, but it's Kyrie.
Okay.
Kyrie Irving.
Needed that.
Yeah. Solid. All right. I think the banker's calling. He wants to talk.
I don't know if I want to pick up.
You got a choice, brother.
You can leave a voicemail.
Let's see who you got left. That wasn't bad. You still got Jokic and SGA.
Yeah, that was a good little
This is good.
bounce back.
You have 2 good options left.
I just got De'Aaron Fox down there.
The odds of you ripping both of them next, if you take no deal, is 50-50. So
you've done it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, God.
Okay. So I got 2 options. I need to check games, though. Okay, let me go look at schedules. In 2 seconds here. Let me look at schedules.
Shout to the heart.
I got 2 good options, but I think you like these if I. Okay, he plays 4, but we can work around that if this other guy doesn't play 3. So let me check.
Just give me another offer for
Where are
Luka.
they at?
Another shot at Luka.
Where are they at? They play tonight?
Another Luka offer.
These guys just not play basketball? There they are.
No, they're retired.
No, not stats. Okay, this guy plays 3 games. And, okay, so we'll rock with him. He's technically the better option when it comes to that. Actually, maybe not. Hold on. 2 seconds here. I think that's who I'm going to give you.
I'm ready, banker. Lay it on me.
All right. Yeah, he's a good option. So you have Jokic, you have SGA. He's not those guys, but he's a guy that can put up those numbers on any given night. I'm going to offer you Kevin Durant.
Ooh.
From the Phoenix Suns. K Dizzle.
K Drizzle.
He has arrived.
The Grim Reaper.
This guy does play 4 games, but we'll work around it if you want. Because I think Luka did too, so technically. How you feel? Think Jokic and SGA is in your favor, or you going to take the bailout? You got to read me 2 more cases after this, just if you don't take him. Man, he's a deep thought about this one.
I'm in disarray.
Think he going to keep up with Luka?
I know that Jokic and SGA can.
No deal. Denied K Dizzle. All right, we move on then. I need 2 more cases, brother.
I need not one of them to be Jokic and SGA. Give me case 9.
Case 9. All right. Let's see.
Oh, gosh. I'm scared. You got to pull at me? Who is it?
Who do you think it is?
I want it to be De'Aaron Fox. Maybe Trae Young would be great.
Who would you not want it to be? Pick one. If you had to pick one of them.
Not Jokic.
Unfortunate.
Oh, my God.
It's Nikola Jokic.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yikes.
SGA can keep up with Luka.
Yikes. He definitely can. You got to give me 1 more case and hope it's not him, though.
Yeah.
This is it. It's for all the marbles.
7.
Lucky number 7, huh? This case is the one that had SGA in mind.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that.
Yeah. What are the chances? What are the chances that 2 games have the same player in the same game?
What are the chances? I guess we're about to find out, huh?
Oh, come on. Caesar Sportsbook being my favorite.
No better way than to look, right? So who do you want this to be out of those 3?
I want it to be De'Aaron Fox.
Okay.
That would be ideal.
What if it was Trae Young?
I wouldn't be upset.
Okay, what if it was SGA?
I'd be pretty upset.
Okay, well, you're going to be upset. It's De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, we play on, baby. We play on, baby. It's D-Fox.
I was like, wait, what?
I had you there.
I thought it was SGA. I thought it was him.
In the first half.
Oh, my God.
They had us in the first half.
SGA or Trae Young?
Okay. Grab your case. No peeking. I don't want you
I
trying to
haven't
look
confirmed if I
through.
want.
I know. I'm just holding them. I'm not opening nothing. Don't look. Don't peek. I have case number 4. You have case number 8. I'll trade you if you want 4, or you can keep 8. You either have Trae Young, or you have a guy which you can compete with this week, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Trae Young's not the worst. I will say that. Definitely could have been worse than Trae.
But the greatest competition potential is SGA.
Absolutely.
Gosh.
You have a chance.
Everything on the line right now.
No pressure. No pressure at all. Just all of it.
All of it.
What if I peek right now before you make a decision?
No, let me keep it. Let me keep it.
You're going to keep 8?
I'm going to keep 8.
You're going to keep it?
I'm going to keep 8.
You're going to keep it?
I'm going to keep 8.
You're going to keep it?
I'm going to keep 8.
Are you positive you're going to keep it?
Yeah.
Are you positive?
I'm locking in.
I'm giving you a chance to make another decision. The first time in Deal or No Deal history, I'm giving you an option to redo your decision and take my case. For the first time in Deal or No Deal history, I'm giving you the chance to switch cases one more time. Make your decision. This is it. Once you make your decision here, it's final.
What?
Do you really want to keep 8?
Do I?
Do you?
Yes.
All right. Just don't say I didn't give you the chance.
Don't say that.
Just all
Don't
I'm saying is
that.
don't say I didn't give you.
No.
I tried to give you every hint possible, and you wanted to keep 8. I gave you another chance.
Because why?
Because
I thought
peeked.
you were playing me.
I knew SGA was in here. When you put your face down, I looked.
You looked. But
you didn't trust me.
No, I figured that you were trying to play me. And not giving me a 1 trade because I actually...
I wouldn't have did that if it was Trae Young. I wouldn't have been that bad of a friend. And the fact that you think I would have
happens
hurts.
Every time.
The fact that you didn't trust me hurts. Because you knew I looked. I gave you another chance to have a fun week of basketball.
And it was De'Aaron Fox.
And you didn't listen. This is what happens when you don't trust the ones closest to you. I gave him a chance, and everybody out here knows I did. But you made your own bed. Now it's time to lay in it, brother. Let's go, Luka.
Okay. Remember the 2 players that were traded for each other on draft night?
I do. You know which one's better?
I do.
By leaps and miles.
Plays for ATL. Ice.
That's hilarious.
Ice.
You don't stand a chance this week.
Ice.
It's all hate now. I tried to give you love, and you didn't accept it.
Ice Trae, baby. Best point guard in the league.
Yeah.
Let's go Hawks.
Fun week of basketball.
Let's go Hawks.
No. Yikes. He's upset. He's hurt. He's hurting. That's okay. It's okay.
Trae Young is better than Steph Curry.
Do you mean that?
No.
Didn't think so. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up NBA Deal or No Deal. It's Luka Doncic versus Trae Young this week,
which essentially wraps up our episode for this week.
Unfortunately.
At the same time. So again, it is Luka versus Trae this week for our Deal or No Deal recap. No fantasy recap because we did that last week.
Yep.
It's on the website. It's on Spotify. Go listen to it.
Absolutely. But next week we will have the final results of the Super Bowl 1v1 fantasy draft, so look forward to that. But it will be the final week, unfortunately. But then it gets into off-season stuff, which we're beyond excited about, so we hope you guys are as well.
Absolutely.
But please, 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 as we mentioned earlier, go give our new website a check.
freelancesportscasting.com/podcast. Goes straight to us.
We have our own website on there.
If you go to our Facebook, we have a pinned Pistons ticket giveaway. The website is at the bottom, and it's one of the easier way to sign up. You go to the website, click Enter Me for tickets, sends us an email. You just got to put your name and your phone number.
You get a free chance to go to a basketball game. Why would you want to miss out on that opportunity? We're giving you tickets. All you got to do is like, follow, and share the post.
Exactly.
So as easy as possible. But we do hope you guys enjoyed this week. We're super excited for what's to come here in the near future. It seems like every single week something bigger is happening, and I'm loving every second of it.
Absolutely.
So we're going to try to keep that trend going. We hope you guys stay on board. Trust the process. That's all I'm going to say, man. It worked out for Joel and B, so why not for us?
If you're here now, you're part of, the OG family. We're growing weekly. I mean, if you're here now, you may know that yourself. But
absolutely,
we grow weekly. The family is growing. I mean, audience is growing. Our reach is growing. So our ideas are growing.
Something great.
Exactly.
That's all I gotta say.
So our first giveaway of many, pinned on the Facebook page. First thing you should see, right there. Click on it, share it, like it. Make sure you're following the page. Go to the website, send us an email. Make sure you're double locked in.
Absolutely.
And the giveaway will be February 16th.
You can enter as many people as you want. Enter your grandma, your grandpa, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your niece, your nephew, your cousin, your brother, sister. I don't care. Enter them all. Get as many chances as you want.
Exactly. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
freelancesportscasting.com/podcast.
Yep. All recent episodes, if you guys happen to miss anything in these last few weeks or months or so, all those are available on the website as well.
Tonight's episode will be uploaded either tonight or tomorrow.
Absolutely. So keep an eye out for that if you missed any of what we've done here tonight. Do also want to mention again, we are also available on Apple Podcasts and iHeartRadio Podcasts now. So if you guys use either one of those platforms, go give us a like and a follow. Check us out on there. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, so let your friends know. We should be easy to find. We're on
Absolutely.
X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, freelancesportscasting.com.
Absolutely. Anything.
iHeartRadio.
Anything. Yeah. So don't say you couldn't find us. It's not an excuse.
Yeah. Pretty sure, no ego check here, but I'm pretty sure you pull up Travis and Jon or Travis and Jon Show on Google and go to images, and you'll see our beautiful faces.
It's pretty cool when you can Google your own name and your picture pops up. It's a cool feeling.
Exactly. Exactly.
But before we get real emotional and deep, I can do this all day. It's about time to wrap things up. We hope you guys enjoyed. Please go give us a like and a follow. And we will see you guys next Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern time as always. Everybody enjoy your weekend. Get in your Super Bowl bets and have fun watching the Super Bowl. It's going to be a great weekend.
Bet responsibly.
Absolutely. Always bet what you can afford. Don't say we didn't tell you.
Exactly. Out the house.
Absolutely.
But as always,
it's been the Travis and Jon Show.
Live.
On Facebook Live. See you guys next week.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.